It's time for some FACEIT League. It's time for some week 4. We've got Team Rats making their debut today up against Falling Sand. Should be a good way to kick off the week. I actually got my schedule done. I'm so proud of myself. I actually got my schedule done. Obviously, after this week, we will be halfway through the Expert Division season. So, we had a banger of a week last week. We've got several top-end teams playing again this week as well. We'll be in a very interesting spot here after week 4. Right at the halfway mark. 2 of those teams we'll definitely keep an eye on are going to be the 2 that we have here today with Rats taking on Falling Sand. Oh, that's Master Division. Let's go to Expert. Both of which 4-2. But I think both of these 2 teams have the potential to really go far, not only in regular season, but, obviously importantly in postseason. Prediction today, this is going to be a tough one, but Rats seem to have a lot of momentum at their back. Your 2 losses are to Violence week 1 before some of those players got removed. And then Emptiness. Like those are your 2 losses. Otherwise, they have looked spectacular. Whereas the strongest win is probably that Lucky Cat win. I want to make sure we don't miss this ban. It's going to be a Busan pick. Falling Sand is absolutely going to be their toughest opponent yet, at least outside of Emptiness, right? There's another way of putting it. If they get a win today, it would certainly be the strongest win on their record so far. Lisa, thank you for the follow. Falling Sand, they were meme drawn in season 4, very much a top contender. We're literally 1 map away from making Master Division in that we had a fight for Master with a team dropping out. So Falling Sand and Alt Pytel played each other in 1 best of 5 to determine who got the Master Division slot. It went all the way. Falling Sand were so close. And still, so they were top 6 finisher in season 4. They've got to be considered a favorite here still. In the power rankings, I don't have it set up. I don't want to just flashbang y'all with these power rankings. I feel like it just looks terrible on stream. But I will let you know that I have Rats at 5 and Falling Sand at 6. Is where I have these 2 teams sitting currently, and I was kind of told that 5 is probably a bit low. So yeah, I would give the Rats the edge here today. Here, let's see what y'all think. Never mind what I think. Let's see what y'all think. So I'm going to get you some Preds. It is a Winston band coming out from Rats. Rats are going to be starting us off in the red outlines as well, so I'm going to go ahead and get that fixed for you. Immediately finalize lineups. I was going to say that might give us 30 seconds to go take a look at Falling Sand's strength of schedule so far, but we're not going to be afforded such luxury, I don't think. Okay, or we're in lobby. Let's see. We're going to take a look. So, also got a win over Lucky Cat. Lost to Emptiness and Yes is another team I'm very anxious to get on. One of the teams I have ranked above Team Rats here. So that power ranking is Emptiness number 1, Scared of Women, F Word, Yes, and then Team Rats Falling Sand, rounding out the top 6 of my power rankings. Have I, in fact, underrated Team Rats? I think this is going to be a good test. This is going to be a damn good test for them today. Let's get into it. We are headed to Busan. Nice to see Busan back in the map pool. I missed this map. Oh, we get Nighttime Downtown to kick it off. I like Nighttime Downtown. All right. We're here to kick your week off right. A cup of hot tea, some fantastic teams. Both of them 4-2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Both of which certainly have the potential to make top 8, if not higher. And woo, we're going to get Nick Buck starting off on a Widowmaker on Downtown? Excuse me? Now, there's a bit of an unexpected... I feel like I haven't seen this in years. Obviously, way back in the day, you'd get the Widows sitting on top of the rooftops, but I feel like I haven't seen that in forever. Oops, screenshot to lock in. Oh, well, maybe I should just left it on some K80 paw. Finds Pixels out of the back line, leaving it with just Lucio heals here in the Hazard duel. Definitely not enough to keep Depsy alive through that. And Falling Sand is going to grab first cap here. Well, are going to win the first fight. Team Rats did actually sneak about what's going to be 13% for first cap. Where's K80 sit? Where are these sight lights? Let's see, you can't just sit on the rooftop anymore. You're gonna get the... Oh! Almost! Pixels was able to dance around there. Almost flickering back and forth to avoid that shot. K80 ends up kicking the field goal. Runas finds Fista, though. He's gonna drop in, throw the pulse down. Tried to get it on the ground, but yeah, Bunky's able to back up. Still, it's a 4v5. That Depthy's gonna equalize. No team with a tracer on the battlefield right now. But once again, it's gonna be Pixels falling. We'll see if there's enough sustain left in this fight. Choco goes down right after building up the ultimate. Perhaps the extra little bit of damage burst they could have used to finish off this fight. You know what? Ends up not needing it. It's down to the wire. Depsy less than half health. We do have sights up, and Runa's coming in to contest and hold on to this point. Depsy's low. Depsy's got to just turn tail and go hide. Okay. As soon as Pixels is back, Depsy's back in the fight, and Fista's going to clean up. So Rats do hang on through a very scrappy second fight. Moonsock says, I swear you underrated us so bad. Hey, I'm going off the evidence I had. I was going off the evidence I had. And I am totally open to the fact that I did underrate them. That is certainly possible. Oh, did not see that beat land. Nelio just AJ to sound barrier there for falling sand. Fista finds Wham. And that's a wham bam. Thank you, man. Power, I don't talk about accusations around here. All we talk about is the facts. Facts are, they had players banned out, and they are no longer playing. So make of that what you will. Envy taken down as Fista is really just around after swapping to the Genji. Fista has become a tour de force, has really become a force to be reckoned with. An answer yet to be found. I mean, it does die through that fight, but is able to double down in the trade, get two. No ults coming back into this for Falling Sand. We are going to have the bola shot as well as the sound barrier available here. Oh, Fista goes down, 8% away from Blade. Bola shot doesn't get a whole lot. And sound barrier now invested to try to swing it. Pixels is able to pick up one. Bonky finds Nelio through it, and a nice push from Depsy to finish off Runas. Will solidify this point for Rats. Watch X this week? What, is CX gonna talk about violence?
Keep up if you like.
I mean, it's not really his style, but you know, maybe he's got some info. Who is Chaco? He is also known as Goat. What's good comes out on the Freya.
Keep it together. We'll bring this home.
All right, let's lock in. Ooh, Runas. Okay. We're going to get a Reaper May alongside the very divey mobile backline. Hey, and you know, we should have just left out some Choco Pop. Finds first blood. Wham goes diving in, left side. Both those DPS, that Reaper was on the far side. Looking a little alone up here. Depsy on the Orisa just slowly and surely mows their way forward through K80 and stuffs the choke here in Falling Sand. Dip, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. When it makes a swap to the Battle Cattle. Oh, and K80, okay. Nick Fuck is gonna pull out a Junkrat? In this economy? Astonishing. Choco with a bullet shot already available, ready to go. Envy's able to swift step back to the rest of the team. Ooh, Nelia 1 chased down by Fista. And we try desperately, but there's just too many red outlines. Now Fista and Bonky have come to at least drive them away. Broken engagement is, I mean, late stagger on Anilio. It's not boding well. And Falling Sand have got to wait this out. You got to get a good regroup. Get your Lucio back into this. Oh, but Depsy's not going to give you an opportunity to set up. Depsy finds Envy with that Terra Surge. We did get the rush thrown in, but fight's still looking a little bit broken here. Nick has been able to build up a tire in pretty fast succession. We're going to go ahead and throw this bad boy in. Why not? Pick up 2. Okay, we've got ourselves a fight. Rally now popped. Bonky and Pixels putting ultimates into this, as a matter of fact. Double supports to try to convert this 3v3, and Runas ends up on the business end of all of it. 75% counting here for Team Rats. Scylla Bubble, thank you for the follow. I'm sure I mispronounced that, but I appreciate you being here. Later, this is going to chop Nick back out of the sky after eventually going over to a fray. A sound barrier thrown in from Nelio's in a 3v5 situation, although Wham's able to convert onto a kill onto Bonky. But without Eevee, it could be in a bit of trouble. Keep an eye on Chaco. Ooh, gets yanked in. Thought would be going up to that high ground. Instead gets pulled down. Not able to make it up to that precious little walkway. Eventually does get that kill on the Wham on the outside. I think Wham tried to chase down Chaco. Ends up just biting off more than they can chew. Nickfuck does eventually bring them down. I'm seeing, ooh, 3-3 on point. Dipsy quickly converts into a map win. There's not enough sustain to overcome the Dipsy Orisa. It's going to be Team Rats cleaning up here. 1-0 in the series. Okay. Valen comes in first time chat, says I love the Rats. I can see why. I can see why. He's on jump. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. The Nispuk May is not where it says. The Nispuk Junkrat. That's what we need. That's what we need more of in our life. New Junk City picked. Here out of Falling Sand to try to tie up this series. We're also going to get a side swap. Go and fix that for you. Hey, there for a bit, I was trying to like do the side swaps like as we went into map. So like, you know, it went off screen and then we went in map and then the teams came back on screen and did this fancy transition. Half the time I just forget to swap sides. They're like, nope, just do it while we're thinking about it. Wow, those bands came in fast. Like, those bands came in real fast. We know something unknown here? Well, Depsy and Wham are still in. We have a Doomfist band and a Juno band. I imagine... Oh. Okay, well, look at some stats here from map 1. This is 17 and 3. The Genji swap really, I think, was the majority of those 17 elims. Depsy, of course, I mean, really taking over in that lobby, though. That was pretty apparent by the eye test. 23 and 2. Most elims tied for fewest deaths and nearly 9k to lead in damage. Rats ban out the Doom. Falling Sand ban out a Juno. That's what I thought. But I had to confirm that one. It was just a little weird. I didn't know if there was something I didn't know. I don't know. I hate to assume. That one wasn't immediately apparent to me, so I had to ask. We're just waiting on one of the players to get in here. And there it is. It's weird. These should be over here. See, other matches going on. Moss currently 2-0 over Telesi. Oh, that's probably a map score, actually, the ways these are all started. Violence is playing. Okay, Violence is playing. Last we saw, they didn't have a roster. When we did our power rankings on Friday, they did not have a roster. They did 2-0 over Scared of Women there for the first round. All right, let's get into map 2.
Initial flashpoint. Arena.
Ooh, Runa's going on a big rotation right out of the gate. You don't see that very often. Nelio's on the attack with them. In this wide flank. Wham is on a hazard as well, so they, staying highly mobile, can't converge, and they find Choco. It's actually Nisbuck who picks up Choco there for that first kill. Dempsey's sticking with the Orisa coming into this. Crazy pick on it, Nelio. What a shot! Spear in the back. Wham's not going to last long. Ooh, although Dempsey's taking a lot of fire themselves. Runas comes in from some backup, and suddenly Dempsey's health bar just dropped. Nisbuck from the high ground was putting in some good damage, too. And that Orisa just disappeared. Vista says, is Vista has a million fans, and I am one of them. Well, Oh, unfortunate there, Nisbuck. Yeah. I like how you shot at the air where it... Good ult. Very good ult. Yes. I like how this book shot at the air where they hit the bullet. Like, just to double down on shooting the camera. Bonky with an enormous sound barrier advantage, by the way. Look at it, 96% towards sound barrier. K80 had first ult, but this is the next one online. Oh, Fista beats them by 2%. Sound barrier is still the most expensive ult in the game as far as their points are concerned. With Dempsey fighting Nilio, well, they're not going to be catching up anytime soon. But still, you might have to invest this. We're going to get a Suzu actually invested from Pixels, holding on to bait. Despite getting Dempsey low, Wham and Company couldn't risk pushing in too aggressively. Already down in this bucket that fight. Now we're gonna get the Terror Surge amidst both of the Kitsune rushes. Whoop, let's get that out of there. Wham tried to leap up and over to get to the point, rejoin Runas, but they leave this puck a bit alone. And it looks like Team Rats are able to clean up on both sides. Dempsey finds ADV out of the back, cutting off the sustain, while the rest of the team cleans up on point. So Swift 100-0 here to kick things off for Team Rats.
Next flashpoint. Refinery.
Nilio has at least managed to catch up in the sound barrier. So let me even on those. Well, Choco tried to find a volley shot early. Did not see where that one went. Sorry, I'll check it with Dempsey here, though. Able to at least follow up with the kill and find Nilio to take the sound barrier out of the fight. I mean, Dempsey just with 3 in that, looking to make it 4. And all that was needed was the Chocobolo shot. He's going to go over to a Sombra now. Oh, okay, never mind. Thought about it. Full front door approach here out of Falling Sand. Okay, now there goes Nilio. I was about to say. Nilio and Runa is trying to come around this side, and you see the jump in from Wham. Everybody trying to converge up top, but the pulse, Dempsey is there. Everybody just repels it immediately. The pulse from Fista does so much damage. Wham cannot do anything past that. Good read on the rotation. Swiftly picked up there by Team Rats.
Good enough for now.
Oops. Random screenshot to lock in. Runa's looking to get the touch. Does get it. Pixel starts a Kitsune rush out on this objective, though. Sound barrier invested in as well from both of our teams, as a matter of fact. Reese is back-to-back trying to shoot each other's back lines. Make good on those Kitsune rushes. It's just a race to get the kills, and Fista is coming out and aces. He's got the pole position of the checkered flag. It's going to be a 2-0 here from Team Rats.
Next flashpoint, the ducks.
They're going right next door. Katie swaps to a Sojourn coming back into this. Envy goes over to a Baptiste. Interesting. Wham into that Orisa as well. So deciding they have to match this Orisa. They tried to do this in the last map. There's a giant Terra Surge. You're at least going to get Lamp out of that and a huge push outside. Decently played there out of Falling Sand. They expected the rotate left. They did not. They kind of pulled back to this high ground. Beautiful shot out in this puck. And they're making this interesting. I think Team Rats thought they had him in the palm of their hand. I mean, still you haven't conquered the Dempsey factor, though. And Envy's going to get cornered. So as I say that, Team Rats are able to find an isolated backline, put their backs against the wall. Now you have just K80 trying to hold on to this for a first cap scenario, but plenty of reinforcements there for the Rats. Rats do come in packs, is it? I do suppose. Kind of a bit. Oh no! And that's gonna be the end of Nilio as well. Choco's on fire. Definitely earning some GOAT status at the moment. Yeah, you've got some follow-up kills here you could absolutely get. That's gonna be the pick on to KA. One Envy will not get out of that. Honestly, I'll be surprised if Wham's able to get out alive. Fist is gonna chase them down despite Nilio trying to come taxi Wham back. And this is 2/3 of the way towards a 2-0. Kitsune Rush coming out from Pixels just to get out of spawn. Or excuse me, just to hold them in spawn. And right in front of their spawn. Fista chases down Rodez. Wham pops an ultimate. 95%. There's nobody left to touch. Nelio has to throw out a sound barrier. Just have any hope. Won't make it back. And that is, I mean, that was 3 100-0s here on New Junk City. Circa pick out of Falling Sand. And I mean, hey, this is my first time getting rats on stream. I see what you're talking about. I see what y'all are seeing. I see what y'all were trying to impart on me on Friday about just how damn good this team is. So they are bad coming out from Falling Sand. They are staying on the attack. Let's go check out some stats. I don't know if Dempsey died. Yeah, okay. Once. Dempsey died once. It had Choco's number. But it's the Dempsey factor. I mean, Fisto at 22 and 1 as well. Woo! May getting banned out from Team Rats. So the Nispuk May will not be a factor here on Circuit Royale. Oh, I totally forgot about Preds and stuff, didn't I? Chris Pratt OW, thank you for the follow. All right, I'll give y'all Preds just because. Damn it. Just because. Any Falling Sand believers out there? Do we see the turnaround on map 3? All right, other matches going on. Scared women violence going to circuit. OG Rome take the 2-1 to have the lead over TEC. Alright, just load it in there. Let's get into Circuit Royale. We got our own match to tend to. Oh, our Team Rats were, oh my, impressive. They're on New Junk City. And there's been no answer for Dempsey thus far. Has certainly taken over this lobby. It's rolling out on a segment here as we get into Circuit Royale. Okay. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Why is Pixels on Lifeweaver? Okay, I think Choco took it. Lifeweaver Juno. And then Nilio's on we have a pharmacy in play. Aww. And gets the res with the cute little teddy bear. Unfortunately, Envy gets popped while that's happening. So the Mercy is now the only healer left in this. Okay, my Pred should have been, do we see Lifeweaver Mercy on Circuit Royale? That's what my Pred should have been. Choco's gonna find Runas for the second time in this opening 45 seconds. Wham wanted that space, but Vista and Dempsey just kind of appear out of nowhere behind. Wham found themselves surrounded at a moment's notice. Vista taking the skies and trying to chase down on this puck. Not happening on that one, and Runas gets rezzed. This is the first time we've seen Mercy since Freya's been introduced. So I can understand actually doing some decent breakpoints with both Pharah and the Freya to have the damage boost. Really go very nicely with their ultimates. Oh, trying to respond. Choco gets Nelio with that? Wait a minute, how did Choco fight Nelio with that? I thought that clipped the wall. I thought this pick was able to dodge it. It clipped the wall, and somehow that picked up the Mercy in the back line. And this is working splendidly. This is an insane comp. All right. Give me some top down. No changes. Nelio actually ulted through that. I'm sorry I missed that. We're looking at 5 ults coming up on the other side. You know, wide swing from EMEA to get an orbital to hopefully go and try to get to this front corner. This is the idea goal, but slowly and surely, it looked like it was actually placed a little early. Now we're going to get the counter punch. Honestly, wouldn't expect any more ult. They've got him if they need him. Maybe Choco throws in the bolo, but that orbital ray was so well placed, so well timed. Oh. Nice shot, fighting me out of the back line. Choco's Freya has been just so disgusting. Oh my goodness. Pixels is to Life Weaver what Jellinek was to Zenyatta. Watching, you know, Runas is going to be coming over the top with that barrage here soon. You saw Pixels was throwing some of those thorns up that direction. Runas is gonna find Fista. I heard a bolo shot come out from K80 as well. Choco driving in over the top, lands it direct. Runas is 1 health as Nelio comes in for the big save. Now Runas takes back up to the sky. And they've managed to drive back at least a little bit this Team Rat's defense with that pick onto Fista. This is now returning into the fight. Trying to dive in, push the tank. Fortunate for Wham that misses. Once again, to drop the Annihilation. Barrage trying to get him, and Fist has already picked up 1 with the Tectonic Shock. Barrages eventually come in to find Pixels, but there's nobody left on the point. And we do, in fact, get the full hold out of Team Rats.
Then how are you with rescue missions?
All right, let's see what the Wham Doomfist looks like. Fist goes back over to the Venture. Choco fighting for high ground back alley. Nelio, just comes on a whole host of vulnerable targets back here. He's gonna find all 3 of them before Wham finally puts Choco down. And the cart has gotten so much progress already, that might just be the series. Choco delivers a brilliant three-piece. What a apropos way. Okay, Wham is here for the touch. Okay, there's an opportunity for another fight. Depsy getting, pushed out a little bit, had their back to a couple of targets, and ends up getting kind of punched back to the rest of the team. Heals good there from the Rats back line. Choco with this position up top is going to be the one to watch out for. Nispuck knows it. He's throwing some shots their direction, but couldn't connect with any up. Choco now has the bolo shot available. He's going to invest it in on the supports. Hits Nelio with it. Will take them down. Wham stunned up by an accretion in the back line, but K8 has been able to return the favor at least a little bit. That was before Fista got a hold of them with the drill. Now Wham looking low. And be able to get the rush out, but oh no! Wham is off the point. The 3-0 here from Team Rats. Fastest match of the season. At least on stream. 37 minutes from, like, very first start of picks to map finishing, or to match finishing. Fastest match of the season we've had on stream. You've got some hands, Rats. You've got some hands. What more can I say? Let's get that third point on the board. Before we look at stats, so here were those power rankings. I feel like Team Rats need to move up. Also, do we need to put violence back in? Do we need to put violence back in? God, that was dominant. This is where I had him. Whew, that was the fastest match of the season. Impressive stuff. I mean, there's not much more to say than that. I mean, Depsy really took over today. Does not die in map 3. I thought maybe he hadn't died on New Junk City. Does not die at all on Circuit. Led in damage for all 3 maps. And, like, I mean, on New Junk City, it wasn't even close. Doubled the damage. For all practical purposes, with one slight exception. Doubled the damage of anybody else in lobby. I mean, like... Okay, don't get too exact on the math, but you get my point. Like, pretty much. Like, just shy of doubling the damage of everybody else in the lobby. Depsy at half your player of the match. I mean, you're talking what? That's, 45 and 3. So 56 and 3 on the day. 56 and 3 on the day in 3 maps. Yeah.